I just returned from a conference at French University. It was the Indigenous Women in Justice Conference. And I'm just so honored to be here because I was there presenting, and there was a wonderful group of Indigenous women who were celebrating and speaking about some of the issues that we have faced in the past. And I was just so honored. And so I'm glad that I'm able to come back to my community here and speak about some of the issues that have been on my mind as of late. I know we only have 5 minutes, so make sure you tell me, because I said I was only going to talk 20 minutes at that last conference, and they were like, at 45, they were like, you got 5 minutes. Well, I'm a master's student of law. I stand before you as a very empowered and strong woman, and that's mainly because I've come from a long line of medicine women in my family, very strong, rooted. I grew up outside of, mostly outside of Ottawa. My family was connected with the Tumik, the Elders Lodge there in Indian Affairs. And so growing up, I ended up being introduced and associated with hundreds of elders that have come from all over Turtle Island. I did really well in school. I don't know why, but I did end up doing well in school and ended up doing post-secondary. So I'm just going to speak a little bit about that because I'm in my 10th year of post-secondary. And if there's anything I can talk about, it's school. I ended up going to Pearson College, which some of you might be familiar with. It's an international civil rights here in Australia. And it was a wonderful experience. I was able to understand where not only Indigenous people fit in the international level, but where we fit amongst Canadians, because there were 40 Canadians in my year, and there's 200 students overall. After Pearson, I ended up going to UBC, and I did anthropology and Native studies. It was a wonderful time for me because for the first time in my education, I was able to really bring in some of my teaching, some of the history of my people. I would spin any course I could and write about who I was and what my people were doing, and it was a wonderfully empowering time for me. After UBC, I ended up coming to UVic. I always wanted to go to law school because I really wanted to understand the injustices that our people have faced. And I knew that from an 8-year-old little girl. I said, I'm going to law school. And you know what? I was supported throughout my family, made sure that that was something that I could do. And so ended up going to law school here at UVic, and it was a wonderful experience. I was welcomed along with another Anishinaabe teacher, Professor John Burroughs. Many of you might know him. He's done some wonderful things at the law school, and I've been witness to that. He's got a beautiful vision for some of our own teaching, hoping to develop an Indigenous law degree, so in conjunction with an LLB. He's hoping to start that in the next 5 years. So in terms of where Indigenous women, and I'm going to say that primarily because if you look at our law school and many other post-secondary programs, women outnumber our men by, a good, it's probably about 70%. And if you look at UVic, across the board, many of the Indigenous programs still very, very large percentage of women, very few percentage of men. And I think that, I don't know what that's saying for our men. I remember writing a paper. I wrote into our paper, the Wawate, and I said, where are our Indigenous men? Because I can't find them. But that was a long time ago. Obviously, I have. but I guess there was a mix-up. He was carrying my little daughter, and we had my stepdaughter here for a little bit, so they were here. It was getting kind of late, she had to go to bed, so. And so, oh yeah, okay, well really what I wanted to say, one of my key points is that, of course I come from a very privileged position. I'm sort of from a different generation. I was lucky, I grew up in a community that was very strong, both urban and traditional communities. And I was always rooted in our traditional ways. I was very supported, and I haven't experienced a lot of the sort of internal racism that some of our people have, because I was raised that I was always proud to be who I was.